Alright, I'd like to take a look at the Snom 300. This is Snom's economy line phone for a reception area or a lightly used phone. It does come with the complete Snom SIP stack. It is also Lync compatible, making this a very unique phone in the really low cost line of phones. And we'll just go over it here a little bit. One of the things is the display is a 2-line and I believe 2-line 15 character display, so it's a real small display. When you dial, you'll notice it's really just showing characters. It does have a mini XML browser, even though the screen is so very small. But 2 lines by 15 characters. You'll notice it does have it can work in speaker mode. It does have speakerphone, which, as you heard, let's just dial here.
You are calling your mailbox for the.
It has a nice.
To identify your extension, you may record.
It does have a nice solid sound. So it does have a speakerphone there, a rocker for the volume, speaker button, which in my opinion, that could be a voicemail button. Just seems like you wouldn't use the speaker as much as you might use some other things, but it's a voicemail button. Once again, on the side here we do have a voicemail light, and there's 6 LEDs and buttons that are assignable. That's a bit misleading because really you need at least 1 for calls, and most likely 2. You'll notice the way this phone's set up is that it has it set up for 2 lines and a redial button, directory, transfer, and mute. Now these buttons typically could be used for other things, but because there's no dedicated button, you have to use the assignable buttons. So while it says it has 6 programmable buttons, unfortunately you'll be probably using some of the programmable buttons for things that are often dedicated buttons. My opinion is there is no voicemail button, and I'm not sure why. That just seems like an unusual design to have a no voicemail button. And alright, so there you see that. The handset feels very nice and solid. It can be configured to the wall mount or desk mount, and you can change the mount, pull it off, and make it so it sets flat. If you're going to mount it on a pole at a point of sale type scenario, you're going to have to make a mounting bracket. Alright, and we notice there you can plug in a headset or the handset. I'm looking for ports here, and you'll notice that this has a 10100 switch, power cable if you need it. It does do PoE, so you won't need that if you're using PoE, and then also an I/O. I believe that is for a operator panel. I'm not 100% on that. But there you see the phone. It is Snom quality. Feels like the 360. It's just narrower. It's about 7.5 inches wide by 5 inches wide by 7.5 by 8 inches if you're needing small area. The one thing, what are the drawbacks? No dedicated voicemail button. That really just seems odd to me. Another thing that could be a little bit of a trick is printing this paper insert, the label insert. I'm not sure how you make your own. That I have yet to figure out. The 6 buttons are kind of taken up with things that are normally not programmable buttons. And another thing I noticed, I timed it very unofficial, but it took 2 minutes to boot. That's pretty long in my mind. But what are the pros? This thing can grow up to be a Lync compatible phone. The firmware is free, so you can use it with your SIP PBX right now, and you can move up to Lync whenever you're ready, or OCS. It is an HD compatible audio. It does HD audio. The handset that comes with is not HD audio, but you can get a handset that is. It will auto provision with Snom 1, and while we're talking about that, if you buy this phone, Snom will give you a free 10 extension Snom 1 phone system that runs on Windows, Linux, or Mac. very rock solid phone system, and you get it for free if you own a snom phone. Once again, the phone does PoE, has a 10100 switch, and even while this is a very economical phone, it also has some interesting features like Lync and some other things like that. So snom 300, there you see it.